Welcome back, Mr. J family. It is me, Mr. J, with the Mr. J Show. Um, I wanted to do one more video, but I wanted to do Fran's rhythm. I have a couple of other tabs open over here that I wanted to get to, but I wanted to do because I only heard the one from them. Um, I wanted to hear them one more time, if that's okay with you. We'll get back to how many are there now? Oh gosh, I dug myself into a little bit of a hole here, cause I think there's like six. I might be wrong. So there's what mission souls. There's the Rio brothers, right? There's the SB19, Fran's rhythm. Uh-oh. GG. I'm missing one. Oh, and Morissette. So yeah, that's six new artists that I've added to my roster. I need to slow down. Anyways, there'll be more Mission Souls and Rio Brothers and Gigi and all the other ones. Mr. J can only do so many videos in one day, so please be patient. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it back on the screen. Anyways, I wanted to check this out. Dreams, cranberries. The dad doesn't have a mic, so I think he's only playing bass in this one. Sorry, yeah, I was just looking at their setup really quick. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I think I already said all this crap, right? Hit that super thanks button. Leave me some comments. Do the stuff that all YouTubers say. I apologize. I don't know her name yet. The the drummer slash singer is she's obviously very talented, but there's another thing that I've really noticed about her in particular is she's very confident in what she does. Confidence goes a long way when being a musician, whether it's drums, guitar, singing, whatever. She's got a lot of stage presence at a very young age, a lot of talent, and she's very confident. And that goes a long ways. Because if she learns to be this confident and this talented at this age, just think when she's 18 or whatever, when she's like an adult. Although 18 is still very young. I'm old, so 18 to me still feels very young. Anywho. Mostly because I have an 18-year-old niece. So, it's weird.
It's
harmonies.
never quite as it seems. Never quite as it seems. I know I felt like this before. Now I feel it even more. Because it came from you.
Perfect harmonies.
Then I open up and see the person falling here is me. A different way to be.
Oh,
Possible to ignore. Possible to ignore. They'll come true. Impossible not to do. Possible not to do. Now I'll tell you openly. You have my heart, so don't hurt me. You're what I couldn't find. Totally amazing mind, so understanding and so kind. You're everything to me. Oh, my life is changing every day, in every possible way.
now comes the melody. Harmonize.
Know my dreams, it's never quite as it seems. 'Cause you're a dream to me, dream to me. Thank you so much for watching. God bless everyone. Thank you.
They are so wholesome, for one. Also, very talented. So I think someone said in the comments that the drummer girl isn't is is now I forgot what they said. But anyways, I forgot what it said. But she's very very talented. Um, I okay, so it's not very often that I am at a loss for words. I just feel like saying this was awesome or this was good is kind of an understatement because it was perfect. Like I caught myself like having to like my jaw was literally dropping when I heard certain things. And the harmonies at the end with them both doing the vocalization was amazing. Not to mention playing guitar and harmonizing with your sister. But I won't say it's particularly difficult, but the drum part for this song, I know how to play it. And that is not an easy song to play on the drums because it has a whole bunch of like kind of off rhythm uh, tom hits and cymbal hits depending on what. I won't get into specifics, but it's fairly difficult to play, and I don't know. Maybe she's not as young as she looks. Maybe she's just short. I don't know how that works. But I'm gonna assume she's like 16. If she's this good at 16, when she's 18, 19, 20, I see her like being. I don't know if you're familiar with the drummer Paulina, but I see a lot of Paulina's spunk in this young lady right here. Um, Although I will say that I really missed the dad singing with them. And I know not all of them are all three of them or whatever, but his bass was good enough. Or no, it was really good. What I mean by good enough is I wish he would have sung, but I like that he at least plays the drums. Plus, he looks just like my older brother, which is highly strange. In a good way. In a good way. I'm gonna take a picture and be like, look, I found because although I look very white, my mom is Mexican. Okay. Uh, so I was the only one of my siblings that took after my father, so I turned out very white, even though I'm half Mexican. However, my brothers and sisters, they have like what you would call kind of like olive colored skin, I think. And so yeah, this is like if you ever want to know what my older brother looks like, he looks just like this. Same hair, same build, same yeah, he that's funny. Anyways, they're all very talented, but this was amazing. At the end of the day, that's all I can say about this is this was perfection. It was amazing. My jaw never drops like that. Um, and I see these parents, whether it's friends or whether it's missions or, well, no, because Rio doesn't have mothers and fathers in their band that I've seen, anyways. But so take friends and take mission and what you kind of get is with mission you get the mom and the dad, from what I understand, taught them all bass, and then after they all learn the bass, they all pick their individual instruments and talents, right? But that was because their parents took the time to teach these young children. Um, I mean, because look how young little ice is. You know what I mean? And also with Franz, you with Franz Rhythm, you have this father here, right? Who is teaching these daughters of his very, very important skills because these are skills that will change their lives in the future because they're this good at this age. When they become stars, they can look back at their mom and dad, well, dad in this situation, and mom and dad in Mission Souls, and it's just so very amazing, and just in my opinion, it's very wholesome entertainment. Do you know what I mean? When I say wholesome, it's just it's beautiful, and it's wholesome, and it's families making music together. What's not to love about that? You know what I mean? Families hanging out, jamming. Yo, that sounds awesome to me. Frick. Anyways, I've been talking too long. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit that super thanks button, join Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.